Bodybuilding.com spokesmodel, Optimum Nutrition athlete, the 2010 Bodybuilding.com Fit Body winner, the 2010 Muscle and Fitness Male Model winner, as well as an IFBB Pro Men's Physique competitor. Before I was any of that, I was a collegiate athlete, where I earned my bachelor's in biology, psychology, integrated studies. This is the big man on campus, 12-week college trainer, leg day. This grueling leg workout will typically take you 45 minutes to an hour. Today, we're hitting hamstrings and quads. I like to start off with an active 5-minute warm-up, whether it's jump rope, treadmill, followed up with some leg extensions, just light enough to get the blood going. Also, one thing you'll notice in my leg workout, I'm always wearing a belt. Protect the lower back, keep things tight. First exercise, straight leg deadlift. We're gonna be doing 3 sets after our first warm-up set. Gonna be sticking between 8 to 12 reps. Really concentrating on form, keeping things nice and tight, legs not quite locked out, a slight bend, back straight, driving through the heels. First, this is just gonna be the warm-up set. Here we go. After our warm-up set and between all sets, we're gonna be taking about 60 seconds, 60 to 90 seconds to catch your breath, get some water. Leg training is really demanding, so also remember to stay hydrated. Now for our first working set, we're gonna be increasing the weight. A lot of times, you might not know how much weight to go up each set. You kind of learn that by trial and error. The rule of thumb I always like to stick to is you should always be progressing in some form of weight. If you're shooting for 12 reps and get it easy, you know next time you need to go up more. Keeping a journal also really helps so you can look back and make sure you're making progress. 8 to 12 reps here. I'm gonna be shooting for right around that 12 reps because it is my first working set. Keeping good form. Legs make up some of the largest muscles in the entire body. And for this reason, the mind-muscle connection needs to be greater here than with any other body part. All right, our 60 seconds is up. I've stretched out a little bit in between just to keep things loose. We've increased the weights. We're still shooting for about 10 reps on here. Never sacrifice your form. All right, for our third and final working set, we've increased the weights, and I've also got my straps to use here. I don't use my straps on many things because I like my forearms and my grip to be strengthened as well. But when you get up in this kind of weight, you need them. Motivation is key on leg day. You're gonna be using a ton of weight, and if you're not mentally right, it'll tear you up. I like to jump on Bodybuilding.com and watch some leg training videos before I go. Seeing other people going through the hell of a leg day always excites me. Also, having a training partner in your ear, pushing you, not letting you give up, keeps you accountable. And that is it for straight leg deadlifts. Stretch out the hamstrings a little bit, because next up, we have standing leg curl. Now, if you don't have a standing leg curl in your gym, a lying leg curl works out just fine. Since we've already warmed up our hamstrings, 3 sets, we're gonna be doing 8 to 12 repetitions with rest periods being 60 seconds. The most important thing, whether you're doing them standing or lying, is to keep the pelvis flat on the bench. This ensures that you won't be swinging, no lower back will come into it, and you'll have pure hamstring movement. And that is it. Next up, for our third hamstring exercise, is a seated leg curl. We're gonna be doing 5 sets here. Rep range right around 12, but I want you failing on each one. Only 30 seconds rest, This is really gonna force a ton of blood into these hamstrings, burn it out. Here we go. As you can see, even as the weight starts getting heavier, the form never gets sloppy. It's a nice squeeze at the bottom to a full extension. One thing you'll also notice, I never lock out my knees at the top when I'm lifting the weight. It's important to keep a slight bend, keep those joints healthy. All right, you made it to the 5th and final set. Hamstring should be on fire right now. Last set though has to be the one with the most intensity and concentration. It's where we're gonna get that growth. And that concludes our hamstring training. Take 5 minutes, stretch out the hamstrings. We've been contracting them for the last 2 exercises. Time to lengthen them out. Then we're on to quads. Now that we finished up with hamstrings, we're moving on to quadriceps. The first exercise we're gonna be doing is front squats. Now the reason I like to do front squats is to really work this vastus medialis, that teardrop muscle. Whether you're going to the beach, wearing a little bit shorter shorts, show that off. We're gonna be doing 1 warm-up set, followed by 3 working sets, and a drop set in which we're gonna burn it out. And as far as rest goes, taking 60 to 90 seconds. Just enough time to recover, get back under the bar. The reason we're gonna be doing quads and hamstrings on the same day is because they're opposite opposing muscles. If you think about it, when you contract your quad, your hamstring stretches, and vice versa. This, in my opinion, is the best way to train legs to get the most growth out of them. For our first working set, we've increased the weight. Now you might not be able to increase the weight like you would on a back squat. The weight is a little bit more uneasy in the front squat. That's okay, you'll get the hang of it. Second set, we're gonna be shooting right around that 14, 15, 16 mark. Rep range on our second working set, 10 to 12 reps. For our third and final set of front squats, we'll be performing 6 to 8 reps, followed immediately by a drop set. So after I get done performing my 6 to 8 reps here, I'm gonna immediately strip off weight until I just have 45s on each side. I'm then gonna continue the set and really blast the quads. Gonna strip off the weight here. Quads right now are on fire. Continuing the set like this is just one way to take it past failure. And a great way to really just blast those quads. And we are done with front squats. Not too much time to rest though, as we head over and perform leg press. If you don't have this machine in your gym, find something similar to it. We're gonna be doing 3 sets of 10 to 12 reps, followed by a drop set immediately after the 3rd set. Also, one thing, changing up your foot placement. You can really, keeping the feet close will help you work the outer sweep of the quad. Widening the feet will really help work the inside. I like to switch it up hit all the areas. After your 60 seconds rest, we're on to our second set. As you can see, I was performing the concentric and the eccentric at about the same tempo there. And it's important to switch that up just like you would rep range to keep the body guessing. All right, time for our third set. This is where we perform a drop set at the end of our 10 to 12 repetitions to extend it. Your legs are really gonna start burning. Immediately decrease the weight and continue the set. And that's it. First two exercises are in the books. Now, this is time where you gotta dig down deep, get through that leg day. It's gut check time. Your legs right now should be feeling a little bit rubbery. It's time though for the last superset. We're gonna be doing a leg extension right into a jumping lunge. After you complete both of them, you get 30 seconds rest. We're gonna be doing 3 sets of each. Let's get after it. We'll be shooting for 12 to 15 on this first one. Really help coordination as well as just trashing the legs. Take 30 seconds, be right back to do it all over again. Your legs are probably screaming right now. They don't want to be doing this, but go through this pain and the rest of the day, everything else seems easy. When I do leg extensions, I concentrate more so on the way down. It really helps stimulate all sorts of different muscle fibers and bring out the cuts. If you're going fast on legs, you're not getting the results that you could be. Definitely got the Gumby legs going. If they weren't screaming before, they probably are now. One more set, and your leg day is over. Quad should just be blown up right now. You're gassed, you got nothing left. Third set. Final exercise of the Big Man on Campus leg workout. You're almost there. Increase that weight, leave it all in the gym. Nothing left, have to have a buddy carry you over to the stretching area. That was the Big Man on Campus leg day. Did 3 exercises for hamstrings, smashed some quads. Right now you should be doing a little wobbly legs. It's a good thing. There's no way around it. If you want a serious physique, you have to train legs. My philosophy on the legs is that they have to be trained heavy and with more intensity than any other body part. For more content like this and the rest of the Big Man on Campus trainer, it's all at Bodybuilding.com.